So, in today's session, I want you to think about what it means when someone says, not everything is as it seems. A person may want you to see the good side of who they are while they're deceiving you right in your face just because your back is turned and you don't see them puppet mastering the action. Welcome and thank you so much for being here. You are now listening to Universal Messages Reloaded 2026, where we reload and we pop off on the enemy because the enemy pops off on us. So there is no friendship there. So today we're going to talk about the process of addiction is when we curse ourselves. And why would one want to curse themselves unless they did not love themselves? See, you got to learn to love you. Also, someone will recognize this in time. And this success energy reading will share how the energy of addiction can create the unneeded consequences in life. Now, the curse of low frequency, consistent behavior makes things a habit. What do you do to change an unneeded habit? Don't expose yourself to the habit that breeds consequences for too long. Everyone is human, and everyone is prone to having an addiction. But when the addiction starts to curse ourselves, we need to reload. We need to reload because there is something in that message for us. The next thing I want you to pay attention to today is addiction keeps us embarrassed. You know, the enemy will keep us up late, night times, deciding, thinking about the things we did wrong, thinking about the things we could have done right, thinking about this, thinking about that. There is no shoulda, woulda, couldas here. Once you have learned to be in your present moment in life, there is no going back wishing you could change something because you cannot do it. And there is no future expectation except for what it is you're putting in your present moment right now. The more you step into your future, the more your future is going to show you what you've been doing this whole time. So don't let the enemy reload that thought upon your mind. Addiction keeps us embarrassed. And then when we try to go forward, we realize that we're afraid because what if someone finds this out about us? What if someone finds that out about us? Create consistent practice. Don't lie to yourself and be who you are in the reality of others watching. So, regardless of whatever comes up, you're okay with that. You're fine with it. And don't let that make you have sleepless nights. And then living in a world of denial. When we live in a world of denial, what happens is addiction keeps us embarrassed. How do we work on the embarrassment? We show our face in truth. Otherwise, addiction turns into manipulation and gaslighting in order to make one look better when they are caught. If you really are ready to make a change, you will do something about it, or you will sit in that embarrassment afraid to be who you are. So, living in denial is defined as having an addiction to something. Again, we're all human, yet controlling the time frame of how long a person uses that addiction puts them in a place where recovery can help them. We all are human and we need outlets, but not to the degree we create denial to self. Don't lay in denial. Don't lay in denial because that is the destruction of life. So, how can we change our denial? By being truthful to who you are and being okay with others knowing who you actually are. That is how you control your addiction. Not being a chameleon when others are around, trying to fake it to make it. Come out of that embarrassment. And I want you to join me January 18th when we will reload the upload to the Universal Messages Leo full moon energy reading. You know, Leo is the passionate fire and desire. It's the beautiful fire and desire within us. So join us each Thursday here at Universal Messages Reloaded, where we get down and we reload back on what the enemy tried to take from us. And that is our mindset. It's the battlefield of the mind. So make sure you're ready to trigger off, pop off on that enemy every time in a metaphorical sense. And we'll see you next time.